Hello friends, welcome to AIMS Today YouTube channel. You are watching NEET Foundation, Biology, Respiration. In this video, we are going to discuss about the process of respiration in different animals like cockroach, earthworm, frog and fish. Let us discuss in detail. Respiration in cockroach. Cockroach is an insect. In insect, the respiratory system is somewhat typical. The type of respiratory system depends upon how the animal obtain oxygen and the source from which it obtain oxygen or air. So respiration in cockroach, the respiratory system of cockroach is a network of trachea or tubes known as tracheal system. They respire through the small openings called spiracles. They breathe in oxygen rich air through the spiracles which open into the tracheal tubes. The tracheal tubes are the network of air tubes meant for smooth exchange of gases. These are found only in insects. The air then rushes towards the tracheal tubes and then diffuses into the different body tissues and cells. The trachea is then subdivided into thinner tubes called tracheoles. The tracheoles contain a network of fluids which flows throughout the body of the insect. The air rich in carbon dioxide rushes towards the tracheal tubes and finally exhaled out through spiracles. So if you take a typical insect, cockroach or grasshopper or ants, in insects a special system, respiratory system called tracheal system is present. This tracheal system is composed of a network of tubes called trachea. First, if you take one segment, in the segment the tracheal system arrangement will be like this. First, a thin opening, a small opening is present. They are called spiracles. From the spiracles, the air rich in oxygen enters inside. So these spiracles opens into tubes called trachea or tracheal tube. These tracheal tubes divided into branches, small tubules called tracheoles. These tracheoles directly open into the muscles or tissues. Here there is no medium carrying the oxygen. Directly the oxygen from the atmosphere enters into the body through these spiracles and reach the target tissue through these tubes. Here blood is not playing any role in the exchange of gases. So this kind of system is called tracheal system. It is present in the insects. Next, let us see the respiration in earthworm. Earthworm, the conditions are different. The habitat of earthworm is different. The respiratory system of earthworm also different. Earthworm, there is no special respiratory system. They respire through their moist and slimy skin due to the moisture present in the soil and the mucus present in their body. It picks up oxygen from the water present in the soil using the hemoglobin present in the blood of earthworm. The moist and slimy skin makes it easy for the gas to pass through it and get into the body of the earthworm. So here the respiratory system In earthworm, it is called cutaneous respiration, respiration through skin. Here, the skin is moist and slimy, richly supplied with these blood capillaries, and the exchange of gases takes place between the skin and the external surface. So, here skin is playing major role in the respiration. So, it can survive only in the moist or damp soils. The gases exchange takes place through the moist skin into tiny capillaries, and here the blood does not contain any RBC. The plasma of the blood contain hemoglobin. That hemoglobin carries the oxygen to different tissues. This kind of process of respiration is called cutaneous respiration, where skin plays an important role. Next, respiration in frog. Frog is a amphibian. It lives both on land and in water. So, in the frog, it has 3 respiratory surfaces on its body that it uses to exchange gas with the surroundings. The skin, in the lungs, and on the lining of the mouth. There are 3 surfaces, respiratory surface. The skin is composed of thin membranous tissue that is quite permeable to water and contains a large network of blood vessels. The skin. The thin membranous skin is allows the respiratory gases to readily diffuse. When they are on land, they take air into their lungs by pushing it from their mouth with their nostrils closed. Okay. When they are on land, they undergo pulmonary respiration, respiration through lungs. When they are in water, the skin plays very important role in the respiration, cutaneous respiration. And finally, the frogs also have a respiratory surface on the lining of their mouth, on which gaseous exchange takes place readily. So, actually this mouth is containing the cavity. We are calling it as a buccopharyngeal cavity. This is the main source of respiration in the frog. Very more frequently, the frog undergo respiration through this mouth cavity or oral cavity, buccopharyngeal respiration it is called. So, here the exchange of gases takes place through the skin when it is inside water. So, by diffusion, the skin is richly supplied with blood vessels and mucous glands. Here the nostrils, but the air comes out through mouth rather than nostrils during pulmonary respiration. Finally, the respiration in aquatic animal, fish. Aquatic animals, availability of oxygen is very typical. So, that is why the respiratory system in the fish is a very typical one. Fishes are vertebrates living in water. The rate of breathing of aquatic animals is higher than the terrestrial animals because they depend on dissolved oxygen present in the water. Fishes have certain projections on their body known as gills. So, the respiration by gills is called branchial respiration. These gills are feathery organs. These gills are connected with the blood vessels for easy exchange of gases. These gills help the aquatic species like fish to utilize the oxygen dissolved in water. As water passes through the thin walls of the gills, the dissolved oxygen moves into blood vessel and travels to the different cells and tissues of the body of the fish. So, here if you see the anatomy of the gills, so actually it's a bony fish where operculum is present. Beneath the operculum, gill arches are present. So, these gill arches, if you take, they are made up of subunits called gill lamellae or gill filaments, and they are richly supplied with blood vessels. So, during the process of respiration, first the fish opens the mouth and allows the current of water to enter inside and closes the mouth. So, here the blue color represents the oxygen deficit condition, and the red color represents the oxygen rich blood. The fluid through gill filaments, how it flows. In between these gill lamellae, the water flows. Water flow between lamellae, and the blood flow through capillaries in lamellae, where the counter current of the waters will help in the exchange of gases between the gill lamellae and water. The oxygen present in the water enters into the blood vessels, blood capillaries present in the gill lamellae, and the hemoglobin carries that oxygen to different tissues of the animal. So this process of respiration in the fish is called branchial respiration. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel.